Real Country 1430 AM and 1073 FM WRDN. I'm Brian Winnekins. Joining us this morning is Katie Wantoch with the University of Wisconsin Extension. And today we are going to talk about the Wisconsin Women in Agriculture Conference that will be on November 9th and 10th at Three Bears Lodge in Warrens. And thank you to our newsmaker sponsors, including Alcivia Co-op, Annabis Silo, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Compeer Financial, Osteoplastics, and Synergy Co-op. Our video stream also being brought to you in part by the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. And Katie, thanks for joining us. Well, this is something for women in agriculture and not just women farmers either, correct?
Right, correct. Anyone who's interested has any aspect of agriculture at all that might be interested in attending. So whether they're working on the farm, they're married to a farmer, or they themselves are a professional in the agricultural industry, this conference is designed to educate, to provide research, to really empower women that are involved in agriculture.
So what are some of the topics that are going to be talked about?
So, this conference was kind of done, gosh, I think back 2017, 2018. So it's been more than 5 years since this type of a statewide conference has been convened. And so when the committee and I set out to look at, what do we want to share with women in agriculture in our state, we really wanted to make sure we had some fantastic speakers to really hone in and encourage women to just, bring life to what they are doing in agriculture. But we wanted to have a good time too. We wanted to have fun. And so I think hopefully the conference not only looks at providing that education, that of course educators in extension that we strive for, but also to allow for networking and for women to really get together and grow in their areas that they're most interested in. So, we have fortunate to have grant funding that allows us to really provide topics specifically in financial and risk management. So we've got some topics on farm succession, estate planning, taxes, record keeping, but also to look at women's well-being. And so we kind of have some topics that'll focus on, trying to emphasize and provide some insight as to work-life balance. Sometimes that's more on the work side than life, especially in agriculture, but provide some insights. And I think definitely our featured speakers will be able to share that with attendees.
We are talking with Katie Wantoch today with the UW Extension. She's the planning committee chair for the Wisconsin Women in Agriculture Conference. It will be November 9th and 10th at Three Bears Resorts in Warrens. And Katie, you mentioned that, two really big topics, again, that balancing farm and work life and that estate planning and farm transition. And really those are two, I would say those are two very, very critical, really kind of the biggest things, I think, topics that all of agriculture really needs to be looking at right now.
Right, exactly. And so this conference, I think our theme, we don't have an official theme, but it's really looking at where to get started. And I think sometimes we get so overwhelmed, especially in farm succession, estate planning, that we get lost in all the detail. And so our two speakers are very well-known extension educators that are going to look at giving some just basic ideas of where to get started, what to do today or after the conference that at least gets them started on that path forward. And so as we've seen over the years with farm succession, people get lost in the details of minutia and don't really get kicked off or launched on that plan. And so, hopefully these speakers will just get them started and give them some insights.
Talking with Katie Wantoch with UW Extension Planning Chair of the Wisconsin Women in Agriculture Conference, again, coming up November 9th and 10th at Three Bears Resort in Warrens. Katie, now, again, balancing that farm and work life. Okay, you're having a lot of big topics, but we're going to have some fun too, it looks like.
Yes, definitely. We've got 3 featured speakers during the 2 days. We'll kick off with Jolene Brown. If you've never heard Jolene, she is a fantastic speaker. She's good. She's a farmer, an author, and a farm business consultant. So she's going to provide a great topic to get us started. She just provided us with a nice little sharing piece that I think is featured on our social media page. So if you go out there under Wisconsin Women in Ag event, you will find that. But she's going to provide a little humor into the life and agriculture. And so I think sometimes we forget about that, especially right now during fall harvest. So that'll be great to kick off the 2-day event. We'll have some breakout sessions that day. We'll have time to visit with the exhibitors that are going to be there, women that companies and organizations that are focused on providing information for Wisconsin women. And then we'll end the night with 2 women who are dueling pianos entertainment. So should be a good time. We tried to set out to find women, especially for speakers for this conference, and really it wasn't hard to do at all. And so we're excited that we can focus that and be centered in that with other women.
So, Katie, is there a cost to attend, and how can women register for the event?
Sure. The cost for the 2 days is only $99. We have been fortunate, like I said, with grant funding and some fantastic initial sponsors. Of course, we're seeking more, but all that information and to register is on our website, farms.extension.wisc.edu/wi-women-in-ag conference. It's a little long, but if you just type into your search engine Wisconsin Women in Ag Conference, I'm sure you will find our website.
Again, it's the Wisconsin Women in Agriculture Conference coming up November 9th and 10th at Three Bears Resort in Warrens. And you're listening to the WRDN Morning Farm Report.